Kevin was a three-sport athlete at St. John's: football, basketball, and baseball. In football, Kevin was a 4-year letter winner and 3-year starter. He earned first team All-WCAC 1991 and 1992. Following the 1992 season, he was an honorable mention Washington Post All-Met selection. Fortunately, he missed his senior year due to ACL surgery. In basketball, he was a 4-year letter winner and 3-year starter, earning second team All-WCAC in 1993, first team All-WCAC and honorable mention Washington Post All-Met in 1994. In baseball, Kevin was a 3-year letter winner, 2-time honorable mention All-WCAC. He attended Catholic University for 4 years. I must add, I was a student a year or two behind. He brought joy to us in athletics that we did not expect to see at CUA. During his time at CUA, he broke every major passing record, was the ECAC Rookie of the Year in 1994, was a 2-year captain. During the 1997 season, he led the team to an undefeated season and the NCAA playoffs while setting the ECAC passing record. Following the season, he was honored as a D3 All-American quarterback. Kevin was an SJC football coach in 1998 to 2001. In 99, he led the JV team to an undefeated season. He was varsity coordinator in 2000-2001. It is my distinct pleasure and honor to welcome Kevin Ricca.
Thank you very much. This is quite an honor driving here tonight. Thinking about the first time I stepped foot on campus, my dad's first day, shooting hoops in the Gallagher Gymnasium with the lights off for about an hour until I walked into the office and met Joe Gallagher, Dooney Waldron, and Branson Ferry. I was 11 years old, and now somehow you guys decided to put me in this Hall of Fame with the guys with names like that, St. John's legends and heroes. I want to thank everyone that had a hand in this. It's just awesome. It's very cool. It's very exciting. My family's really pumped. Hey, Jake. I promised them I would do that. My wife's very excited. In fact, she thinks I can do no wrong, but the night is still young. I want to say congratulations to all my fellow classmates tonight, the 1964 team. There's some guys walking up on this stage that the Gonzaga boys wouldn't want to face tomorrow. You guys are St. John's royalty in your own right. Congratulations. Very proud as an alum to read your bio. Bobby Jones, congratulations to you and your family. I'm not sure what's more impressive for me, him playing for Coach K and playing summer league ball with my dad, or him being an enforcement with Pete Haley at the Dodge lesson. All separate stories to be told later. Michelle DeVille, my classmate, an old friend. We overcame ACLs together back in the day with our friend Danny Phillips, all of us limping around down this hallway right here. Congratulations from a great family of great people. Dave Opel, the man I work with on Friday nights, still talks about the bombs you hit down in the baseball field when you come back to work out. Your dad was a pleasure to play for. My cousin Marie, a tremendous basketball mind, a cutthroat competitive winner, but a way better friend, supporter, and cousin. It's nice to have some fun times to share. Tonight's definitely going to be wonderful. Johnny Dessler, man, we'll get to you in a second. We'll start with the '89 team. My favorite team ever, and I didn't play on that team. You guys were something serious. I got to watch you guys and learn a ton. Playing at St. John's 4 years after you guys were done and all through college. So many things I took from you guys, the brotherhood, women clutch games, coming together, just watching you guys out-hit everyone week in, week out, and finding totally different ways to win. It was my dad's team, and you guys were his guys, and I'm your #1 fan. And the fact that I'm going in here tonight is nothing. I'd have been here anyways, talking about you guys. You're something else. Johnny Dessler, who I'm friends with now, I walked up to him tonight and I said, you know, the year after you left, we're number 12, because because you were the ultimate playmaker on that team. He looked at me for a second, he said, I wore number 12. He was the best. His picture was on my wall. I did wear number 12 because of him. He is my friend now. Congratulations to you and your family, man. My man, Pete Haley, the most entertaining person I've ever been around. He was my cousin. I worked with him for 7 or 8 years. But he looked out for me my whole entire life. No one got me more jobs. No one looked out for me in this world. Just didn't have to. He really enjoyed it. If he was here tonight, I know what he'd say. He'd say, hey, Buckethead. Never understood why he called me that. He said, I don't know if you were paying attention, okay. But about half an hour, they called my name, so don't forget that I went in first. You got it? I got it, Pete. I miss you and I love you, brother. I had the unique opportunity to come here and play for and coach with eventually my dad. My favorite part about this whole process, my number one guy, my best man, and that was something special. But waking up at 5 a.m. to the blanket getting ripped off, saying, let's go, in Gaithersburg every morning, to ride 45 minutes in traffic with 270 and 495 listening to Motown over and over and over. To go to school to know that I had to do homework second period, he'd be in my face by third. To sit there at lunch when he was proctoring with all my friends talking about what we did that weekend. We wanted to practice for him afterwards. Driving home 45 minutes listening to Motown. Okay. Groundhog Day, hit repeat the next day, him walking in his PJs, ripping the bed, come on, let's go, it's time to go. And the worst part of that story is he didn't own any PJs. Moving on. Sorry, Mom. But my Kevin Durant moment, my mom is the real Hall of Famer in this family, and if you played anything at St. John's, if you were an athlete and you were around after school, before practice, if you had time, she had 7-Eleven in the back of her car, whether it was waters, Gatorade, snacks, for dozens and dozens of people, anyone that was a teammate walking around out here. If you're a kid, if your parents were late to pick you up, she'd sit there and wait, trust me, because I sat shotgun. If you were on the side of the road, she'd pull over and help you change your tire. She was the ultimate mother at this place for 15 years, and I was very proud of that. Thanks, Mom. Just a couple of my favorite moments here at St. John's. One was coaching my brother, J.D., who was an first-team All-Met quarterback. And that was important because that was my goal since I was 5 years old. It's what I always wanted. And when I got the phone call from my dad saying he's first team, it was a special day. And especially because the only time that he wasn't getting yelled at by the head coach, my dad, the coordinator, myself, was when we were yelling at each other. So he earned that. Coaching with my future brother-in-law, Tim, with my future brother-in-law, Nick, on the team. And we definitely kept it in the family. Watching my brother Keith play defensive end for the freshman team, with his superior quickness and his J.J. Watt-like tenacity. Watching my sister Jamie's career and get inducted into the Hall of Fame 2 years ago. Yes, my little sister got it before I did. But if she's half as proud of me tonight as I was of her 2 years ago, then that's something else. Watching my sister Christy win back-to-back titles with my cousin Marie and Patty in basketball. Watching my sister Jackie score 1 million goals on lacrosse, even after I ate her lunch out of Dad's fridge. Meeting my wife in my St. John's basketball gear. We worked at a showcase. It was a junior and senior thing to get recognized, and Aaron and I worked it to pay our way through for the weekend. And I had what I thought was a great game, and I came down to keep score, and I sat down next to her, and I started talking to her. And I kept talking to her, and I noticed after about the third sentence that she hadn't responded yet. I said, how's it going? She just kind of looked at me and kept flipping the little green scorebook. But a St. John's man accepts a challenge, and 14 years later, I locked that down. And shockingly, sometimes, after 3 sentences, she still doesn't give me any response. But my family and friends that are here tonight, it's incredible. You guys have been doing this for me for 25 years. And it's what I'm proudest in life about is my family. Thank you guys for coming for 25 years on my behalf. I appreciate it. Throwing passes in football and basketball to my cousin brothers, John and Keegan's here, then hanging out at Aunt Ann and Uncle Jack's all weekend. Playing for Coach Gallagher, Coach Wagner, Coach Ferry, Coach Gibbs, my dad, and a special thanks to Dick Ellinger, a person that took a lot of interest in my family, and a man that everyone here understands who did a lot of behind the scenes work. And I also can't walk off here before I talk about the amazing teammates I had. I mean, I played with guys like Pat Ward, Kevin Gibbs, Daryl Gilliam, Eric McCoo, Corey Smith, Mike Brown, just studs across the board. There's a million of you other guys, I know I'm gonna get in trouble, but all those guys called, so I better mention their names, so I did. Thank all my teammates. I want to thank Jeff Macabelli, Griff, Mark Gibbs, the whole Hall of Fame committee, anyone who nominated or had anything to do with this process. I'm not real sure what you guys were drinking at that meeting when you decided to put me in, but I'd sure like to buy you guys one caddies later on tonight. I want to thank the St. John's community for being so good to my family tonight. It's been a very special night for us, and I'm unbelievably thankful to be a part of it. I want to say thank you one last time to everyone, and let's go ahead and let's beat Gonzaga's ass tomorrow and make the weekend fun.
Next, ladies and gentlemen, next